What's up, guys? Welcome back into Beezy Money, episode number 9. This Tuesday on Fight Bananas, exclusively on Fight Bananas. We got a special guest in the building tonight. His name is Alan. I want to say, I've been saying it all afternoon. Padel Chihuahua. Alan Olivas. What's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Is that your nickname?
No, my nickname has been Kansas City's Bad Boy.
Kansas City Bad Boy?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like to throw the Kansas City variation in there, like a Jason Hynod, or has that always been your nickname?
It's been my nickname since my first amateur fight.
Okay. Sticking with it all the way through?
I guess so.
Okay. I like it. Kansas City Bad Boy. So you're back in action, FAC 13.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
May 6th. How excited are you to start off like 2022? This new year, last year was crazy. We'll talk about that a little bit. Like you're just on a streak, a really good streak of wins now. And like 2022, you're gonna start it off 4-2 now. How excited are you to get back in that FAC cage, UFC Fight Pass, everything?
Well, I'm extremely excited. It'll be my first fight on UFC Fight Pass ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's been long overdue, to be honest. But I'm really excited for the opportunity, and I've grown a lot in the last 2 years. So I feel like whenever I fight May 6th, I'll even grow a little bit more, that I'll be able to show people that I'm something special.
Sure. Yeah, I'm glad you came and joined me in studio tonight. It's just like, it's awesome to have like fighters coming here. Kansas City, we love everything about like what's happening here, and it's amazing. But like any opponent in mind for FAC 13, anything being talked about?
Between me bouncing from 130 catchweight to 135, so far we don't have an opponent.
Okay.
We're looking for one, so we'll see what's up. Joe Booster does a good job of finding me good matchup. So, is
there anyone like in the area like that you're looking for or anything like that, or you're just trying to whoever signs on the dotted line 130, you're continuing your 4-fight win streak?
Definitely someone to test me. I know we're looking for a little bit higher in competition, and see where I'm at level wise. So I know the next fight won't be per se as easy as my other fights. It'll be a little harder, and I get to test my skills probably in the stand up or the ground. Are
you excited for that? Like just to test yourself? Obviously, like you're getting into these bouts with skilled guys, but you're looking for someone that's like 100% a full-time fighter about it all the time. Like that's what you want next, pretty much.
Well, right now my most important streak is to keep finishing people. That's my biggest streak. People like to see finishes, and I struggle with that my whole life. So now that I'm getting to finish more people, that's what I'm excited about. So hopefully to put a performance so I can finish somebody.
Okay. And then like Garrett Armfield is the co-main event of that fight. You shared the ring with him. Are you excited to like share that night with Garrett, the main card essentially, or good to see him? What's your relationship with that guy?
We fought as amateurs. It was a close fight.
Really close fight. It was a really good fight too.
And he ended up, I got Molly whopping the third round. But he's cool. He came into Glory, I think, before his last fight. I think he fought Sharky, and he just went there to warm up.
That was
I think it was, I don't know, it was one of his fights I think it was at Shamrock.
Yeah, like Elder. There's Evan Elder. I've seen him.
Yeah, so I talked to him. He's pretty cool dude. No beef. He's a cool dude. I mean,
that's dope.
I'm excited that I think if he wins, he'll probably get into the UFC or Grant. Steven Grant. So
yeah, that's a really good fight. I'm excited for that night in general. Like, and whoever you end up facing, it's going to be an exciting event always in Kansas City. But you and me, Alan, I feel like we're tied in this one night. I had my commentary debut at Fight Hard MMA 1. You were the main event, and you took out AJ Cisco. That was your third win in a row.
Mm-hmm.
How was that fight for you with AJ Let's Go Cisco?
It was a good fight. He had a better record than me at the time. He was 3-2. I was 2-2. He was coming off a Bellator win as well. He had some time off, and I was trying to prove myself. I heard he had some good ground game, so I was trying to see. I was able to showcase that I can ground and pound on really good jiu-jitsu guys, and get it finished too, and submit him of all things. So it was good. I felt good.
You did all those things. Like you stand, like you have that wrestling base. You like to take people down, kind of punish them there. Is that like been your style? Is that what you like to do the most when you're in there, or just kind of whatever?
It's I don't know. It's kind of weird because in practice I'll be striking a lot. I like to strike primarily, but it is my go-to is to ground and pound people. And I think throughout my career, people are gonna know that my wrestling is kind of smothering. I would say that was the type of wrestling I have. I just keep going forward. and pressuring people.
I like that. And you could see it too. Like when you fight, it's notable like what you do in there, and it's impressive. But you started your MMA career off 0-2, and that's like, and then you reeled off 4 in a row, back to back to back to back. What do you attribute that to? This starting, and they were just on the wrong side of some decisions, but what do you attribute this run to, and what's motivated you? What's fueled you to really take off right now?
I think it was stepping back for a minute. It's kind of like, it reminded me of high school. I started out my freshman year in wrestling, like 7 wins and 30 losses, and everyone thought I was never gonna be good. And then by my senior year, I was 42-2 going to state. Prove everybody wrong, and I had to step back to see what I was doing wrong. And my boy Jeff Molina kind of told me, you gotta get your issues together. I had problems with my nutrition at the time. I wasn't being disciplined enough. I thought it was gonna be easier because I was doing good in the amateurs, and so I had to step back and respect the game, and just grind, get back to it.
Yeah. It's like, and that's the thing you see, like hard work. You started off your freshman wrestling career, and then you just worked your way up, and then now you keep working, and now look, you're 4-2, UFC Fight Pass debut. So it's just like, it's nothing but hard work. You're in there every day, every week, like grinding.
Yeah, definitely. I'm there 6 days a week, multiple days of the week. I'm there twice. Sometimes I'm even doing 3 times, or 3 workouts in a day. For me right now, it's just learning, sharpening my tools. And I have a lot of great teammates too. Like Glory has really built me the last 2 years. I'm drilling with Jeff Molina, which is my main drilling partner, so my striking game's getting a lot better because I get to pick his brain every day. And then I'm doing live rounds with Isaac as much as I can, or with anybody that's a grappler. I was able to, kind of like put myself where I will get an easy round, a harder round until I get to a round where I can't win. And I think just structuring my training and picking the appropriate people to go with has really just helped me learn, picking everyone's brains.
Yeah, I could see that. But like, how long have you been at Glory?
My whole career, so it'll be like 6 years, I think, 7 years.
6 years? And you're training, I wrote them down, like Tim Elliott, Jeff Molina, Isaac, George Luna, and then Brandon Moreno stepped into Glory. What's it like day in and day out? Are these guys getting you think, like, better every single day, every single time you step into training? For sure.
So, yeah, when Brandon came to the gym, I was like, I'm going to defend the castle type of attitude. So we had Shark Tank that morning, and, we grappled, and I was like, okay, he's really good at grappling. So let's see. And then that night, we were sparring, so I was like, I went after him. I was like, hey, can I get around with you real quick? And I started off the round kind of aggressively, and I figured out that wasn't a good plan. He pissed me out pretty good, but I was able to just see where I'm at in the level of competition, and I feel really good. I got beat up, but I feel really good. I feel like I can bring a lot to the table. There's a lot I can grow. Brendan helped me a lot. He gave me tips on like, hey, try to do this and that, and like instantly tried the next day, and it started working on other people. So I was like, oh man, these dudes, wow, he's amazing. Same with Jeff, Tim Elliott, all those guys in the gym. They bring the fight. They're in the trenches. So like, I don't think any of my fights will ever be as bad as practice.
Yeah, that's probably true too. But like meeting Brandon Moreno, seeing the champ, seeing like this is the highest level of 125, eventually like where you want to go. Did that give you like that satisfaction being able to go with him? You have the Mexican ties. You're probably able to communicate with him pretty well and really learn from him.
He was the coolest. He was the coolest of guys. Definitely, they're really humble people. They're like, hey, you're really good. Not only that, like just be able to compete with everybody at the gym, and it's been a blessing after blessing. And it's just not Brendan Moreno. It's just constantly people coming in to come and visit. You get to see a lot of styles.
What's your relationship with Tim Elliott? Let's talk about Tim Elliott's like last win this week. Where were you watching that, and how excited were you when he got that win against Tagir Ulanbekov? That scrap, man. Like it was a close fight. I think he definitely did enough to win the decision. But where were you at? Where were you watching?
I would give him a shout out. He won me some money. So I was excited about that for sure. I was at home with my wife watching the fight. I was freaking shaking before the fight started. That's how I get.
Were you getting nervous for like your teammates?
I
Kind of.
get way more nervous when my teammates fight than when I do. And
Really?
I think if you ask a lot of my teammates that, it'll probably be the same answer. You know,
Especially at that level, it's like,
yeah, like, you know, I'll be like, you know, he's gonna be fine. You know, I know he's gonna win, but at the same time, I'm just like, oh, like anything can happen. It's the game.
yeah.
But seeing how he, you know, the guy's coming off Khabib's corner, you know, so they're
He had
known for.
Khabib, Makhachev, Javier Mendez.
Yeah, so
Gold corner.
He's coming on with one of the best corners probably in the world, and they're all known for really good grappling.
Mhm.
He comes out there and just starts taking this dude down over and over, drops him off an overhand. He's getting really gangster with everything and throwing like barely legal knees to the face. I mean, it was.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah, but he was like, he times it well.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He saw the guy going up and throws it, but I think it was the dopest thing ever. I'm really excited for him. I really think he could make a run for another title if he wanted to.
And I see you going in there with Tim a lot. Like, how much does Tim push you in training?
A lot.
Really?
A lot.
Every time, or does he ever take it easy? Like, the guy seems like he never takes it easy.
No. I mean, no. He's where he's at right now because he's always learning. He's asking more questions than some of the amateurs are when, you know, coach is teaching him moves. He'll be asking questions for everybody. We're going live. Yeah, it's a hard work. I mean,
He doesn't stop.
He doesn't stop. He doesn't get tired. He puts pressure. So.
And yeah, it's amazing. Amazing to watch Tim, especially last weekend. But you have like a wrestling base, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like you wrestled in college, Missouri Valley. Is that correct?
Yeah, I did a season there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that your like foundation? Is that your best attribute? Is your wrestling? Would you say, or no? Do you have another attribute that you like?
I mean, I think I have pretty good kicks. I'm actually, you know, I've been practicing my kicks a lot. I don't really display them that much in fights, but I want to keep them kind of in the bag for now of tricks.
Yeah.
And I think I do have pretty good hands, which I also think I'm keeping in the bag with things right now. Right now, like, I feel like the way I'm fighting, I'm just showing people one side of me until someone has to unlock another side of me right now. So I think my hands are gonna start proving people that I'm well-rounded all around. But yeah. Mainly wrestling, though.
You see that with Isaac, too. It's like he's going to win the way he wants to win until you can stop it. And you're doing the exact same thing. Like, you're winning in, you know, not necessarily one way, but you're doing what you want to the guy every time. Does that give you confidence when you go out into that unknown? Like, hey, I've been beating dudes the way I want to beat them. Now, you know, if you bring it out of me, I'm able to show my other tools as well because you're always working.
For sure. I mean, when I go with like Jeff, I have to definitely bring my best tools of striking to have a close round with him at least, or to even like be able to start getting onto him. I have to bring my best striking to him, so he brings that out of me. When I go with Isaac, I have to bring my absolute best wrestling if I want to have a close round with him, because, you know, they're both, I think, perfectionists in both arts. Isaac's probably, in my opinion, one of the best wrestlers in his weight class. And especially if he goes to bantamweight, I think he's gonna maul half the division in wrestling without a problem. And
I can't wait.
And Jeff, the same thing in the striking. That dude is nasty on the feet. So having them both as people I'm going with on a daily basis, and both being my friends, has helped me out a lot because I get to pick their brains a lot. And Isaac has put some weapons on me before where I know no one in my weight class will be able to do. So I mean, I go in fights kind of clear-minded. I'm not really worried about what's gonna happen.
Because you got that preparation, like
yeah,
that gives you some peace a little bit. Like you did everything you could in the training room.
For sure, and especially in camps, like I'll go to Gloria of Noveland Park on Thursday nights.
With Trey Ogden.
With Trey Ogden, and I do striking classes up there. I start doubling up on my classes on Lee Summit. You know, making sure I'm putting at least like 7 to 14 sessions a week.
Jesus.
I mean, I get ready, and then in the mornings I purposely get rounds where I know that more than likely I'm gonna lose them, but I do it just to see if I got better. If I get closer, close the gap, and I keep myself in the mentality of being beating people. So whenever a fight comes around, I'm just mentally
even.
Yeah, I'm even. I'm not really worried about losing or winning. I'm more worried about how I'm gonna perform.
Mm-hmm. Who do you go with at Glory OP most of the time?
No one in particular.
Okay.
I usually go up there, and the cats up there, they're all newer into MMA, but they're all
Still
game.
good, yeah.
They're all game. Like some of them might not be like up there technically, but they're up there gangster wise. You know what I mean? They go up there and they'll try to take your head off, and I like going up there because those kids, they push me a lot too. They have a lot of talent over there. They got like Nick Mack. They got little Gomi in there. Gomi's a little monster. They got Stephen Graham up there. They got a good room up there. That room's pretty solid. So I definitely always use them in my camps. They gave me a lot better.
And George Luna, I think's up there a little bit.
Yeah, and I go with him quite a bit whenever we can. He's pretty good.
Yeah, so you wanna cut to 125. You've been talking about it for a little bit. You fight at 35 mainly. This fight, May 6th, FAC 13. You're trying to get it at 130. So you can start that. You've been at 125 before, but that's where you want to be essentially at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure. I want to be 125. I think I'll be a big problem at 25. At 35, everyone's slightly bigger than me. I mean, if you see my last 3 opponents, they're all
They're a little taller.
They're a little taller.
That's about it.
They got a little bit more. Some of them have a little bit more muscle. And they just feel heavy. So I just don't see me fighting that type of body styles in the UFC. I think it'll be always make my career a lot harder. So I think at 25, I'll be fighting people my own size, and I think people will start seeing that I'm essentially gonna be a problem there too.
Yeah, I believe it. And like you're around the same size as Moreno. Like he's
a couple inches taller than me. I feel like
just a little bit, but like you're around the same size. So that's got to give you some confidence too. Like this is the best in the world doing it at 25. So
yeah, I don't think TV does justice though, because when I saw him in person, he looked a little bit more
bigger.
I think he looked a little bit more bigger and muscle wise a little bit in person than he did on TV.
I feel like TV makes your face like wider, because to me his face looked like skinnier. It's like really weird. I don't know. Like when I see a guy in person I saw on TV, it's like you expect their head to be bigger, and it's like really small. So it's like it was kind of weird for me. But I was like, that's Brandon Moreno. That's sick. But let's talk about this, Alan. You started a non-fungible token? Is that what, did I say that accurately? Is that what you started?
Non-fungible token, yeah.
Immortals Fight Club.
Yep.
Can you tell me and like tell us what that's all about and what it is essentially?
Essentially, non-fungible tokens, I believe, is the future of the currency. A lot of people are starting to see going to get into NFTs. The UFC, Adidas, Pepsi,
absolutely,
all the bigger. You got the ape board out where people are making.
Like you got the what they said it on the broadcast last week, like Marshall Roganino. Like, do you know what that is?
Yeah, is it for the fighters?
Yeah, they at least 5 fighters. Tim mentioned it.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I think it's a crypto coin that for the fighters. I don't know if it's an NFT though.
Okay.
But it's basically similar. It's cryptocurrency in a way. But NFTs are basically little images. They're all basically, there's no one like it. Every single picture's unique.
Unique to you, whoever holds it.
Yeah, it's whoever holds it. Some of them have smart contracts. You can get stuff out of it. Like people can send you signed gear, or if you buy their NFT. And I mean, people are starting to use it for all kinds of things. Right now, what I'm doing with the Immortals is I'm trying to find a way to get back to the fighters.
Okay.
So eventually, we're gonna be making NFTs with the fighters. A huge part of the NFTs, money we get are gonna go to the fighters. We're hoping to target to help kids in foster homes as well, and hoping to target veterans as well in the future. And the way we're gonna do is we're gonna try to connect the community of fans of the fighters with the fighters
that they're fans of, essentially.
They're fans of. So we have some fighters who we're gonna do NFTs of already. Isaac Bulgarian's one of them. We're gonna be making NFTs of him. We're gonna be making NFTs of Gage Young.
That's
so
cool too.
we got some people at Glory that I'm gonna be working with. That are
like
board.
Elle too, right? Elle Wagman.
Yeah, Elle. She's actually one of the founders.
Okay.
So right now in our team is myself,
Joseph Bion,
Elle Wagman, Florina Neptune, who trains at Glory as well.
Pro fighter.
My boy Joey Milan, and
Joseph,
and then Chris Miner. I think that's his last name.
Okay.
And then right now we basically all got together. I think it was like I got obsessed with them like last year, but I got them
Yeah.
together in November, and I was like, hey, we should try this project, make an NFT of the fighters, give back money to the fighters, and then find a way for them to give back to their fans, by getting them signing autographs of gloves, stuff like that, tickets to fights, just basically make it like a very
Yeah.
small community base that's gonna grow eventually.
There's nothing like it in Kansas City. There's
No.
nothing like, I mean, so if you own like one of these NFTs, would it be like a little clip of Isaac, maybe just like unique to you, or is it like a picture?
It's gonna. So right now we're getting ready to finish our decision on that. So we're battling.
Okay.
We're battling on that. But the other thing, one of the biggest possibilities is gonna be basically like a picture of Isaac, and he's gonna have him fighting an immortal. So the immortals comes from Greek. We're gonna do the Greek mythology. So he'll be fighting like a Medusa or a Zeus, or they'll be holding the heads of the Zeus gods or their opponents, and they'll have like their record stats or their flag, where they're from. So it's gonna be unique to the fighter. We're gonna really make those NFT of the fighters be unique. And what we're gonna do is that we're gonna have a set price for it, and people, when they click to mint, it's just gonna generate a random one. So they can get a legendary one that's eventually gonna be worth a lot in the future. They can just get a basic one. But as in right now, that seems to be the art we're gonna go for.
That's awesome. And this is like brand new, right? Like this is you just kind of started this. What, like you've been learning about it a year ago, but you started it probably like a month ago, essentially.
We've been at this project since December.
Okay.
We really didn't announce anything until late because it's not as easy as.
Oh yeah, it takes a lot of work. I'm sure
it's complicated because we have to find a way to make sure Discord is running up and properly. You have to make sure our website is running up and properly. You have to make sure everything matches in theme. You got to make sure everything's set for our community as well, because for us, our community is going to be more important than anything. We're going to make sure our fans are happy. We're going to make sure our fighters get paid and they're happy as well, and basically get to a point where we hold events where people can finally agree and meet. So we have so much in the projects right now, but
sounds dope, man. Honestly,
yeah, it's gonna get cracking. I'm really excited. I think probably midsummer, we're gonna start seeing nice little sneak peeks and
of the NFTs themselves.
Yeah, the NFTs themselves. Yeah, everything's already in the works.
I can't wait for that, man. Like, and it's there's nothing like it in Kansas City. I've said it, but like. So it's brand new. I like it. I like the idea, and of course, like it's gonna grow, like the NFT kind of space and stuff like that. I think I have no idea about much of it. I don't own anything. Like, do you own any sort of cryptocurrency right now? Like anything to do with it?
Right now, I've been big on crypto. I have Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin.
So you have all I
have a lot of crypto. Yeah, I own it. Yeah, I own it. Like I got into Dogecoin before it hit a penny. Actually me and Elle were both kind of like, hey, look, Dogecoin's at like 0.0000, and I think I bought like $100, and then one day it went up to 65 cents. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
We gotta cash out. But right now, the only NFT project that I feel like I'm gonna be investing besides mine is the Baby Alien division. They have a really good community as well.
Okay.
And they run on Crow. That's another type of crypto, but I think that's the only other project right now that I'm interested in. I
like that. Like, yeah, you can see that. But you're in it. You've been about it, so you know what you're doing. Essentially, I'm down at Immortals Fight Club NFT. I can't wait for that, man.
Yeah, you'll see our little stool at FAC. We have a little stool on the right
corner. Oh yeah, so wasn't that the last one too?
Yeah.
So you're gonna sit on your own Immortals Fight Club NFT in the stool if it goes there.
I might try it just to get to the second round for that.
Just so you can sit on your
own stool. I've never been sponsored by anything, so no one's ever sponsored me for a fight or anything. So I think it would be cool for me to just be able to sponsor myself.
It would be cool.
And then sit on my own stool.
Fund yourself and do it, and it's a cool idea, like with the fighters too. And you already got there's so many in Kansas City as well. Are you gonna make yourself an NFT eventually?
Eventually, right now, we have.
Can I mint you?
Yeah, you probably be able to mint me. we have around 15 fighters right now. Yeah. 10, 15 fighters. So
it's dope.
I'm trying to make sure everyone gets a piece of the pie.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And you're a Raiders fan, Alan. I know that I've seen that from Facebook. So, what's the outlook in 2023? What's the outlook for next season for you with the Raiders? I know you're like you like the Raiders. You're a big Raiders guy. So
For sure.
it's been a crazy freaking season for them. But
Depending on how the draft goes next year, I can definitely see him going back to the playoffs, for sure. And I'm always hopeful for them to go to the playoffs. But I feel like this year we just had a lot of mishaps.
oh my God, yeah, it's a
we lost our
mishap,
coach. Arnett got kicked out.
Yeah,
What's his face got sent to jail. Ruggs, who's like our one of our wide receivers, our main wide receivers. So it was just one of those years where like,
and you still made the playoffs.
and we still made the playoffs. And it was one of those years where like we started off really good and it got really shaky because of everything, and then they kind of got it back together in the end. And then we just played the Cincinnati Bengals and they whooped us pretty bad.
They went to the game, so that's not bad. But we had some news in the division today. What do you think about Russell Wilson
Going to the Broncos.
going to the Broncos? Drew Lock, I'm happy for him going to the Seahawks. Lee Summit guy, Austin Pace is really close friends with him.
Yeah, I think Drew Lock will get an opportunity to shine and show people his true potential.
If he can beat out Geno Smith,
Yeah,
hopefully
hopefully
he could do that. I
But
think he can. But
I think I can. Yeah, I wish. I hope. But I think I don't know. It's gonna make everything a lot tougher. Definitely.
were you mad today about that news at all? Or?
No, I'm kind of on the fence with it. I was like, I don't know if the Broncos made a smart move or a dumb move. You know what I mean? It's like I think they're giving up draft picks. I think they're giving up 2 first-round draft picks, if I'm not mistaken, or 1 or a second draft. I'm
I'm
not sure.
the details. Blake probably knows.
Yeah, but
2 first-round draft picks. Yep.
and they're giving out Drew Lock, and then I think they're giving out another player. Maybe I'm not sure.
No, really?
Yeah. So
fuck.
they gave a lot for Russell. So I kind of think they screwed themselves with the future because Russell's 34 or 35 years old. He's going to have maybe 2 or 3 more seasons in him. And then.
Yeah, they did that shit with Peyton Manning too, but now they got Russell Wilson. So
if they want to get to the Super Bowl and they have like 6 years of losing records, that's what they want to do things. I guess they can.
Yeah, I guess so. What do you think the record for the Raiders will be if you had to say next year?
I don't want to see. I think
I fucks with Derek Carr though. I like him. He's grown on me a lot. I
think they'll probably lose. To be realistic, probably 4 or 5 times.
10-5, 11-5.
Yeah, something like that. 11-5.
17 games, 12-5.
Yeah, I think they'll get to the playoffs for sure, and I think we'll definitely, hopefully, get to play for an AFC championship.
Fuck yeah,
and that'll be dope. But I've been saying that the last 3 years.
It's okay. I'm an Eagles fan, so I feel you.
Yeah.
Well, this part, Alan, I appreciate you coming in and giving me some time and talking to me about all this stuff. It's awesome. I think you're an amazing fighter, obviously. Now I'm at the part where I give you my final 3 questions. Pretty random, kind of just about anything. And that's how we like to finish the show. So
okay, cool.
Let me give you my first one. Who's your favorite Mexican national soccer player ever? Or who's the best ever? Well, that's like a better question. It could be your favorite or who's the best, kind of the same question.
To be honest, my favorite Mexican player ever was probably Omar Bravo. He played for the Chivas.
Okay.
He's not really that famous, but he was
Like 99?
I think he grew up. No, he played for a while.
Or what was his number, 99?
I think so.
Okay, I know. And he played for here, right?
He played for Chivas up here too, yeah.
Or Sporting? Did he ever play for Sporting? The Wizards?
I think he played for the Wizards a year.
I remember him.
But back in the day, he played for Chivas in Mexico.
Okay.
And he was dope. He's dope as hell. And then but that's probably my favorite player.
No, Andres Guardado? That's like you got the jersey, man.
Yeah, but he's also played for America as a goalie, which is the opposing team with the Chivas. So I can't betray my people.
Okay, that's true. What's the hardest part of the sport for you? MMA. What's the hardest part of the sport?
I think being in the trenches every day is hard. It's very hard.
The grind, kind of.
Yeah, the grind. Just making sure you stay disciplined. That's something like been working on the last 2 years, just being as disciplined as I can about everything. So I think those are the 2 hardest things right now. Just making sure I stay in the room every day. I'm disciplined about everything. I mean, it's not hard, but that's probably the hardest thing.
Yeah, discipline is hard. It's hard for like a lot of people to, like really hone in and do it. Not everyone can do it.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's like,
it took me 2 years to get where I wanted to be discipline wise. So yeah, I definitely.
but you're happy where you're at with your career and like your mindset. Everything kind of clicking for you at what, 25 years old now?
Yeah.
25.
I mean, yeah, I used to wake up and force myself to go to practice. Now I wake up wanting to go to practice. I get home and I talk about practice. I've shadow box and can't wait for another practice. And I'm kind of got up to a point where I'm obsessed with MMA right now. And I'm obsessed with, my biggest goal since I was 20 was to be in the UFC at 26. I turned 26 May. So for me right now, out of all things, I'm pressing the gas. It's go time. It's for me right now. This is the most motivated, hungry that I've ever been in my life when it comes to anything. So I think big things are gonna happen this year.
I love that. What's your biggest motivating factor in the sport?
Seeing all my teammates be successful. I think.
Yeah, it's cool.
When I first met James, it was like a week before he did his UFC debut.
Mm-hmm.
They called it Grindhouse back in the day, and then at that time, the only UFC fighters was him and Tim Elliott, and that was it.
Anthony, yeah, but he wasn't in the UFC.
He wasn't in the UFC, but back in there, you saw Jason Witt there, Trey Ogden was there, Zach Cumming was there, like the room was still deep, like it was still deep, and I got beat up a lot as a teenager in there, and now seeing the gym have 20 UFC fighters, probably like 5 or 6 people who are making their way up there right now, who are probably gonna get signed within the next 2 years, and seeing everyone like right now, like seeing Tim win, seeing how Jeff's winning, seeing how my boy Isaac's winning, seeing how Gage is winning, seeing just not the way they're winning. It's not like close. They're mauling people. Seeing the momentum of the gym has been like, it's been probably the best part.
It's crazy. You got Carl Robertson this weekend.
Yeah.
And David Onama, I think the next weekend after that.
Yeah, David's a monster too.
It's gonna be crazy. What's your go-to recovery tool?
Probably after practice. I don't really recover. I go straight to work. So I guess food.
Food?
Yeah, I'll probably go eat some food, but I go straight to work, and then after work, I go straight back to practice.
Okay, and then how much? I'm gonna like a weird question. How many hours a night do you sleep?
Probably around 6 to 7.
6 or 7?
Yeah, 6 or 7 hours.
What's your spirit animal?
Tiger.
What's your sea spirit animal?
Sea spirit animal? Probably a dolphin.
A dolphin?
Yeah.
That's dope. Which one? Like, do you embody that? Do you think in your fighting style, like tiger, dolphin? Because the dolphins have like 20% brain power, but they use 20% of their brain, so that's like more than any other animal. Mm-hmm. And then the tiger is just like will maul you. Well, see if you combine them.
They're smart predator.
That's fucking dangerous, dude.
And some dolphins are mean too. Don't sleep on them. And they say you should be aware of laughing dolphins because they'll attack you. I
don't know if anyone's met like a mean dolphin though.
No, I've seen some stuff about dolphins biting people.
Where?
In the ocean. Where else?
Well, where have you heard this stuff?
No, well, Facebook.
Facebook. Oh man. What's your favorite like social media to use? Is it Facebook?
Probably. That's what I get more. I interact more on Facebook, usually Messenger.
Yeah, so you're obviously in the NFT space, and like you have to use social media. That's like a certain like outlets and stuff. So like, what's your relationship with social media? I guess.
I mean, right now I've been having to learn everything about Discord.
Yeah,
Discord, social media. That's like, and Twitter. I have to get into Twitter because Instagram, Twitter, and Discord are the 3 biggest social media platforms for NFTs right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Discord people, that's where the communities are at. That's where you can see how a community is growing, how you can get whitelisted, how you can grow in a community. And then on Twitter and Instagram, you can start seeing new projects coming out. That's a lot of.
That's true. Yeah. So like with you, do you like you're only on social media for those things, pretty much,
pretty much right now. I'm focusing, on getting to UFC and making the Immortals brand a staple in Kansas City. So I'm pretty obsessed about both. You know,
that's good.
If I'm at work and I have some downtime at work, I will be researching NFTs because I have a law office, so I'll be researching NFTs. I would say I would probably at least put 2 to 4 hours a day of research, and then before we started the project, I was doing quite a bit.
That's smart, dude. You're on the right track, I feel like. And for you and your fighting career, you want to get to the UFC. You've said it multiple times. Realistically, how many more wins do you think it's going to take for you to get like that contender series spot that you want, that UFC short notice? What do you have to do to get that, you think, in your mind?
I think I need to finish my next 2 opponents. I think I need to finish my guy in May, and finish my guy in July. I want to see, if I do get in May, I have the opportunity to get back on FAC in July. Prove myself at 125, and then at that time I'll be 6-7-2, 6-2, if it's all in straight wins and finishes. So I feel like that should put me on a stable where people should know that I should be at that level.
I like it. The next fight, 130, fight after that, 125.
That's the plan, yeah.
Both FACs. Well, Alan, I really appreciate you coming in tonight. It's been awesome. Like, any final words that you want to say before we go?
No, man, just appreciate you having me here. Just shout out to everybody at Glory.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks for tuning in to episode number 9 of Beezy Money. We'll be back next week right here on Fight Bananas. Peace.